All right, Bitcoin holders, welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well. So in today's video, I do want to give you guys an update on Bitcoin. There is, in fact, a fair few charts as always that I do want to show you guys. And yeah, I really do believe Bitcoin is going to be going much higher, right? If you guys have been watching my videos for the past few days and weeks, I've been telling you guys many times that I do believe 126 is not going to be the cycle top. I do believe Bitcoin is going to be heading much higher. Okay, and I do believe soon enough, right, we're going to see Bitcoin going back up to its previous highs of $126,000 and breaking a new high. Okay, and it is very possible that we do see Bitcoin reaching $130,000 in the next upcoming few weeks. Okay, that is very possible, and there is in fact some charts that I do want to show you guys. Okay, that Bitcoin is going to be reaching these price targets, right, of 130. And guess what? I think it's going to be heading much higher to 140, okay, 150, right, to even 180, 190, potentially even $200,000. But remember, guys, okay, time is ticking. If Bitcoin wants to reach 200K, it's got to make a move, right? And it's going to go parabolic, okay? It just has to. If it truly wants to reach 200K, okay? And I know a lot of us want Bitcoin to reach $200,000. And I told you guys, right, we may not see Bitcoin reaching 200K this cycle. I'm not trying to be bearish. I'm just trying to be, transparent with you guys. That is possible that we don't see Bitcoin reaching 200K this cycle, right? And, like I told you guys, I don't think we're going to see this bull cycle extend, because a lot of people are in fact saying, the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is breaking, that it's going to be over. Okay, but I already made a video talking about this topic, okay? If the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is ending, right? If it's actually going to be over. But personally, I don't think it is. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I uploaded it like 2 days ago. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. It's titled like Bitcoin 4-year cycle ending. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out, because I felt like, honestly, I feel like that video is really important. So anyways, guys, looking at the Bitcoin price today, $114,000, so just below 115. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame, see what's happening right now with Bitcoin. So yeah, yesterday we did in fact see Bitcoin going as high as 116,400, and yeah, it did in fact have this correction back down to 113, okay, earlier today, and now it's bouncing back up to $114,000. So yeah, Bitcoin is still, in my opinion, holding up very well. We know Bitcoin has been slowly pushing up to the upside, which is always, great to see. Okay, same with other altcoins, right? Altcoins, have in fact been slowly rising up to the upside as well. Today, some alts, okay, are in fact in the greens, right? But some alts are also in the reds, guys. Okay, and we have been seeing that a lot lately. Okay, where we see, some altcoins in the greens and some alts in the reds. Okay, we have been seeing that a lot lately for the past few days. Bitcoin monthly returns, okay, we're still in the greens, okay, which is always nice to see. Yesterday we were up like over 1%. Okay, today it's slightly down. Okay, but we are still in the greens. Okay, and I do believe, right, we're gonna end this month off, okay, in the greens. Right, we're gonna end October in the greens. So yeah, that is absolutely amazing to see, because as you guys know, right, a couple of days ago, okay, we did in fact see this in the reds, and at one point we were down like over 10%, right, over 10%, guys. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin has been having a nice recovery, which is always, great to see. Now Ethereum, man, Ethereum has, yeah, not really been moving. Even last month in September, Ethereum has not really been moving. Okay, and yeah, for October so far, it is slightly down, right, in the reds. Okay, so that is that. But yeah, looking at this, guys, Bitcoin bounced back from its $113,500 support zone. Okay, as long as Bitcoin holds this, we are going higher. If Bitcoin loses this level, expect a correction towards the $110,000 level. Okay, and honestly, this can happen, right? We may see a correction happening for Bitcoin. That is very possible if it does, lose that level, right? That support level, okay? But yeah, I do believe either way, right? No matter what happens with Bitcoin, I think it's going to be heading much higher, right? Yeah, also looking at this, Bitcoin to 119,700. Okay, so Bitcoin needs to clear the thick bearish fair value gap and break above 119,700 to confirm a potential reversal. If rejected, again, a pullback towards the lower FEG around 109,500 remains on the table. Okay, so that is very, very possible. Okay, but either way, like I said, no matter what happens with Bitcoin short term, either has a correction back down to the downside, or we do see a beautiful bounce back. Either way, Bitcoin is going to be heading back up to previous highs, right, of 126, even reaching new all-time highs. Okay, so looking at this chart, guys, okay, this is pretty much the chart that I do want to show you guys. Okay, and it makes sense. So it really is looking like Bitcoin is ready to go much, much higher. So Bitcoin above $130,000 by year end. Okay, that is very, very possible. I think we're going to see Bitcoin going much, much higher than 130 by the end of this year. Okay, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me on that one. But yeah, so I said Bitcoin bounced perfectly from the lower line of the orange band, okay, and could be on its way towards the upper boundary in the coming weeks. So yeah, like I said earlier, guys, in the next upcoming few weeks, it is very, very possible that we do see Bitcoin going parabolic, and I do believe it will be reaching new highs. Okay, I think 130 is coming for Bitcoin. Okay, I feel like that is an easy target, right? And I do believe it's going to be continuing to go much, much higher. I don't think it's going to stop at 130, right? I think Bitcoin is going to be heading much, much higher, right? 140, 145 to 150. These price targets are very, very possible. Okay, and like I said, if we want to see Bitcoin reaching, 200K, it's got to move, right? Time is ticking, guys, because like I said, I don't think we're gonna see this bull cycle for Bitcoin extend to next year in 2026. Okay, I could be wrong, right? Like I said many times, but a lot of people are in fact saying the Bitcoin 4-year cycle is breaking, that it is ending. Okay, and we're gonna see this cycle extend to early next year in 2026, like January or even February. That's what a lot of people are predicting here. Okay, but usually, guys, okay, you guys need to understand, and I talked about this in that video, right, where I talk about the Bitcoin 4-year cycle ending. Like I say, if you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. But in that video, I talk about how usually Bitcoin does top, okay, out in Q4 of the bull cycle, right? So in 2017, during that bull market, Bitcoin topped out in Q4. Same with 2021, right? Our most previous bull market, and then 2021, right? In Q4 of 2021, Bitcoin topped out. So I think we're gonna see the exact same thing happening for this time around, because usually around November to December, that's usually when Bitcoin does top out. So I'm sticking with that, okay? But yeah, I do believe eventually, we're gonna see the Bitcoin 4-year cycle ending, right? But that is that. But yeah, looking at this, guys, okay, so we know, okay, the global M2 money supply has in fact been going up, and usually Bitcoin does follow, right? Usually, historically, right, it does follow. Okay, so since the global M2 money supply has in fact been going up, Bitcoin is ready to go higher as well. It's going to follow, right? So that's why I do believe we're going to see Bitcoin reaching 130 to 150 to 180, okay? Maybe even $200,000, right? That is possible. But like I said, if we want to see Bitcoin reaching 200K, it's got to make a move soon, because time is ticking, right? But yeah, Robert Kiyosaki, okay, has made many predictions with Bitcoin. And just today, right, he has made a prediction saying Bitcoin is going to $200,000 in the next 60 days. Tighten your seatbelts. Yeah, personally, guys, okay, I'm not trying to be bearish, right? But I don't think we're gonna see Bitcoin reaching $200,000 in the next 60 days. Okay, yeah, I don't really know about that. Thinking about it now, right? You guys let me know in the comments down below. Like, do you guys actually truly do believe we're gonna see Bitcoin reaching 200K in the next 60 days? Like I said, I'm not trying to be bearish. I'm just trying to be, transparent with you guys. It is very possible that we do see Bitcoin reaching 130 to 150, 180, 190, but 200K, yeah, we'll have to see about that. Okay, we will have to see about that, guys. Okay, I'm just trying to be, realistic with you guys. Okay, so that is that. But yeah, big buys are happening for Bitcoin. We know that. Okay, a lot of Bitcoin whales have in fact been buying a lot of Bitcoin recently, right? For the past few days, man, Bitcoin whales, they are not stopping, guys. Okay, they are truly on the accumulation spree. So a whale has been buying $20 million worth of Bitcoin every day for the past 5 days. That is insane. Okay, he knows what's coming, and he really, really does. He knows Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. It's about to have a final leg up to the upside. So it's understandable why these Bitcoin whales are making, big purchases, right, for Bitcoin. Speaking about, big purchases, Strategy, okay, has acquired 390 Bitcoin, which is just over $43 million, and they now hodl 640,808 Bitcoins. That is insane, guys. Okay, that is insane. So, absolutely amazing to see that, Strategy, okay, they are simply just DCAing into Bitcoin, right? So, amazing to see. Okay, they are not stopping, guys. Okay, but yeah, this is very, very bullish to see, right? It really, really is. We know the big guys are accumulating a lot of Bitcoin, and as retail investors like you and I, this is just a clear signal, right? This truly is just a clear signal that this is still a great time to DCA into Bitcoin, to load up on Bitcoin, right? Because remember, guys, we're in Bitcoin long term. We're not in it for short term. We're simply in it for long term, right? We are saving in Bitcoin. Now, as you guys know, I've been talking about why you guys should accumulate a full Bitcoin. And I like this person's mindset, right? His idea about Bitcoin. Okay, and he says here, right, and this is Leo, and he says here, I want to own one full Bitcoin. Okay, this is my goal for end of year 2026. Okay, outlandish maybe, but to become successful, you have to be delusional. And that is true, right? That is facts. I 100% do agree that, at some points, okay, when you do want to become, successful in life, you got to be delusional. Okay, you got to have some delusion in you, right? But yeah, it is great to see that, Leo wants to own one full Bitcoin. Okay, it's amazing, right? It makes me happy, right, that other people out there, okay, want to own a full Bitcoin. Okay, they want to become a whole coiner, right, for Bitcoin. So it's absolutely amazing to see. And I told you guys, right, ever since I started my channel back early 2022 to even today, man, I've been telling you guys why you guys need to own a full Bitcoin. I truly do believe for the average person to own a full Bitcoin, it will change your life. Okay, we know Bitcoin, this digital asset, is going to be going to 1 million. Okay, I've been telling you guys that many, many times. Okay, I made a video, okay, a couple of days ago, like 2 days ago, talking about Bitcoin reaching $1 million per coin. If you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. But we know this asset, right, this digital asset, is going to be heading to $1 million, and it's not going to stop there. 1 million is just the beginning, right? Literally, it's just the beginning. I think Bitcoin's going to be heading to like 2 million, right? 4 million, 5 million, $10 million per coin. That is very, very possible. So imagine you hold and own a full Bitcoin. You're going to be wealthy, right? And you're going to build generational wealth, right? For yourself and for your future family and whatnot. So if you guys haven't, accumulated or owned a full Bitcoin, do it. It's a really, really good feeling. Trust me, guys. It really, really is. Okay. So just don't cost average into Bitcoin. Okay. It's not too late to buy Bitcoin, guys. Just DCA into Bitcoin, and then, you will eventually get to a full Bitcoin. Take baby steps, start small, right? Get to 1% of a Bitcoin, which is 0.01, and then get to 10% of a Bitcoin, which is 0.1 Bitcoin, and then half of a Bitcoin, which is 0.5 Bitcoin. And then eventually you will get to a full Bitcoin. Okay, and understand, guys, once we do enter the bear market and we see Bitcoin dropping back below 100K, because that's going to happen, right? We're going to see Bitcoin dropping below 100K. And I told you guys, right, I don't think we're going to see Bitcoin dropping to like 40K or even below 30K. I think those days are gone. I think Bitcoin will drop to like, the 70K level, 60K, maybe 50K, right? But once we do see Bitcoin, either way, drop below 100K, promise me that you guys will take that moment to load up on Bitcoin. Take that as an opportunity to load up as much Satoshis as you possibly can, because that's the best time to do it, right? It really, really is. Even right now, just DCA, guys, okay? Just dollar cost average into Bitcoin. It's that simple. Buy and hold. And of course, guys, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. So that being said, I appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Get ready, guys, because I think Bitcoin is ready to go to new all-time highs. Okay, hope you guys are truly ready for that. But yeah, appreciate all you guys for watching today's video. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. That is always much, much appreciated. And yeah, I will catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.